Sure you download the Woodward Sports app in the App Store and the Google Play Store today. Take Woodward Sports with you wherever you go and listen live on your phone or mobile device.
Good morning, everyone, and thanks for joining us on the Morning Woodward Show here on the Woodward Sports Network. Also featured on the Roar on 99.1, 93.5, and 94.7 HD2. Happy Friday, everybody.
Happy Friday and happy Canada Day.
That's Adam's least favorite day of the year.
Is it?
He hates Canada.
Well, he hates everyone's not American. I'm not shocked by that.
Okay, he hates Canada, but that can't be the worst day of the year. Because you probably didn't know it was Canada Day.
Of course not.
I don't give a I don't care enough. Sorry.
He's just mad because he lost both of his games last night.
Yeah.
Did you lose?
Our softball games yesterday.
Oh,
sucks.
no.
Jerry, this man hits a triple, but trips over third base and gets out.
Yeah. Super unfortunate. Super unfortunate.
Oh, wow. That is too bad.
Yeah, all good, though. All good. How's everybody doing this morning?
Oh, I'm doing
well.
incredible, Adam.
I'm sorry
I didn't
missed
ask
the
you,
game.
Fish. I didn't ask you. Shut the hell up.
No, technically you did. You said everybody.
I don't count him as
He
a part of
is
the
a
group.
body technically. So he's
Yeah,
in everybody.
technically.
All right, let's get the show started. USC and UCLA committed to the Big Ten in 2024.
That was a shocker. Huh?
That was just right away. I mean, that's like meeting a girl for the first time and like you guys get married, pregnant, and you get, I don't know, pension all in the same day. Like, what the hell is that?
Right. And then it wasn't something you were expecting.
No, I love it. I love it.
But you know what? Here's the word we're going to hear over and over again about this. Tradition. You're going to mess with my tradition. But you know what? Stuff changes. Life changes. Sports changes. The sports that I know today is not the sports I grew up with, but I like it better today.
It's not what traditional Bo Schembechler. It's not the traditional way of college football, but I don't want to hear it's collegiate or it's athletics for students. It's not. This is professional sports. When you have a team on the West Coast chartering a flight to go play a road game on a goddamn Thursday in the middle of November right before midterms, that is not collegiate sports.
No.
That is professional sports, which, by the way, this is all happening because of NIL. And that's good. Players want to get paid? Great. Well, you think universities are just going to dish out more money and not find a way to make more money?
Yeah, but you know what?
Come on.
Here's the thing. The universities are not paying for NIL for the boosters are, the businessmen. They're paying for it. Universities. You know what? With this new
Terry, we all cook books. I mean, what are we doing here?
All right. With this new setup, every football stadium should be modern. You shouldn't have to go into bathrooms where the toilets don't flush. Everything should be nice because the Big Ten, each school is going to make way more money than they did before. And yes, you got to pay for field hockey, you got to pay for other things, but your bank account just got bigger.
Damn right it did. It's a great decision. USC and UCLA to the Big Ten. God knows where Oregon and Washington are going, but I don't
the
care
Big
this
Ten.
morning. We'll see. We'll see. It's like open season, right? Everybody's decommitting from their from their conferences. I'm open for sale. Every single university now. For college football, that's the only thing I can speak on because I think that's the only way it's going to apply for now. How they're going to logistically make it work for everything else, that's on them. But strictly college football, Terry, this is what's going to happen. I figured it all out.
Okay, great.
I spent a lot of time last night putting pieces of this puzzle together.
I know you were up till 3 a.m. figuring this out, so I want to hear it.
First things first, NCAA will no longer exist in 5 to 6 years, number one. Number two, the College Football Playoff Committee,
3 years.
maybe even sooner. The College Football Playoff Committee will be the new... There will be a commissioner announced that will oversee all this. We're going to have 2 super conferences. What's going to happen, right? You're going to have the North, South, Civil War. I don't give a crap what the hell you're going to call it. I really don't at this point. But you're going to have probably a 12, likely 16-team college football playoff.
How about 20, brother?
You can go up as high as you want. All I know is that the NCAA will have nothing to do with what's happening. And Fish, you know what this is. because Fish had a big problem with this overseas. This happened in Europe not too long ago, right? All the top teams in Europe that play soccer wanted to form a Super League and totally mess up the entire way their structure is built.
Doesn't that blow up, though?
It did blow up, but it's the same concept with college football. And college football
kind
is the only entity that could pull this off.
But college football has never really let the little teams do well in anything. So
Not
it's
necessarily.
A little
You've
different.
seen Boise State rise, UCF. You've had teams rise
Cincinnati.
at least in a top 6 bowl game. But the point is, this is college football. NIL, super teams, super conferences, whatever you want to call it. This is all money. You know who the winners are yesterday? The Big Ten Network. Networks like us.
Oh, actually,
local media.
the Big Ten Network may get screwed.
No.
You really think the Big Ten Network won in that thing?
What do you mean? What?
Why would the Big Ten Network not want this?
Why? Because they might not be the Big Ten Conference anymore. They
They'll
might change the
rebrand,
name.
buddy.
Okay.
If they're the Big Dick Conference, they'll rebrand and they'll get a new logo. Do you
How
think
many
they care?
teams are in the Big Ten right now?
14.
14. You still call it the Big Ten, right?
Yeah.
What's the difference between having 14 and 20 teams? You can still call it the Big Ten.
I know, but they're gonna change them. They're gonna realign it. They can change the name. They can change the network contracts because of the new name. I don't
And
know
you
what
know
goes
what?
into it.
They're going to change it this way. Big Ten Network, you're going to make more money. Big Ten Network, you're going to have new studios. Big Ten Network, you're going to have a satellite office in California. What's so bad about that?
Thank you, Terry.
Well, that's the benefits to it. But
All
There
right,
are
but
no
you're
cons.
saying, oh, yeah, they may not want this.
well, because I don't want them to get shut down because they're gonna bring the
They're not
Pac-12.
getting shut down,
hold
baby
on,
boy.
because they're gonna bring the Pac-12 with them.
Mute your
so
mic,
some of
No,
their-
they're
goddammit,
not.
Fish. Mute your
They're
mic.
not bringing the Pac-12 is dead.
Bye-bye. Done. Done. I know, buddy. I know. Jesus Christ. Owen?
No, like when I saw those news, I was really interested because I did not see that coming. I saw like teams like that changing and whatnot, but I did not see USC and UCLA breaking that boundary, especially with the alliance. I think that's a big thing as well, that the Pac-12, ACC, and Big Ten had that alliance, and the Big Ten said, screw that after less than a year of it, and they just tossed it away. Obviously, Texas and Oklahoma kind of set that trend with the SEC, but I think many more chips are to fall. Now you hear the Big 12 is trying to get Arizona State from the Pac-12. So at the moment, it's trending towards 4, then I think it will go 3, and then 2 super conferences, like you said, like the NFL almost. It's basically a pro model, like you said. You nailed everything on the head right there.
Yeah,
So
look.
for me, I would have 3 super conferences because you have the Big 12, you have the rest of what's the Pac-12. The Big Ten's gonna want to jettison some teams.
Oh, they're probably going to go after Notre Dame.
Yeah.
You know, they're too good for everybody, right? Notre Dame right now is sitting in. I hope their AD is actually taking this very seriously.
Oh, 100%.
Or they're just
They're
sitting
not.
up there. You know, we're
Yeah,
going to
'cause-
stay independent.
Well, yeah, because they have that NBC money.
It doesn't matter. NBC money isn't going to touch what's about to happen in the next 3 to
That's
5
chump
years.
change, brother.
It isn't anything. Notre Dame, what's Clemson going to do? They're out in the ACC by
Yeah,
themselves like,
middle
yo.
of nowhere.
We actually just built a program over the last 10, 12 years.
UNC as well. Teams
North
like
Carolina.
That. Yeah.
I mean,
But
yeah,
Florida
there's-
State could return to Florida State. They used to be good.
So here we are. Here we are. This is the new college football. I don't want to hear anybody complaining about, oh, well, you know, what happened to the Big Ten playing the Pac-12 champion in the Rose Bowl? Nobody gives
Right.
a rip anymore. It's not about tradition. It's not about the kids. It's not about even the students. It's not about lacrosse. It's not about
No.
anything. It's,
It's
about,
about
money. It's about money.
And it's
And the
about,
sooner you just admit it, the sooner we admit it.
Which
And I'm
they
for this, by
won't,
the way,
which
just
they
so you guys
won't.
know. Fish, shut the hell up. I'm for this, by the way.
I can't be happy today.
No, shut up. Mute your mic. At the end of the day, the sooner you just admit and accept that this is just about money, you're going to move forward. There's no problem.
Well,
College
I
athletes
tell
going to
you
get paid
what.
more? Great.
Buzzsaw.
More bowl games? Great. More playoff games? Great. I'm all for it.
I'm gonna tell you, it's not just about money. It's mostly about money, predominantly about money. But I also think USC and UCLA don't have a path to the championship game.
Yes, they do.
No, not under the last.
In the Pac-12?
The Pac-12 doesn't.
An undefeated
normally
Pac-12
go.
champion would get in, and a one-loss USC team with Lincoln Riley would get in my opinion. But
100%, I agree.
last year it was Utah. I think they had 2 losses. They weren't getting in. Actually, 3 losses, I believe Utah had last season.
Utah was pushing that 1 year as well. Was it 2 or 3 years
I mean, they have
ago?
a good program out.
Right.
Utah's another team. They're like somewhere in the middle where they just consistently put out a good football product. But
And if you play Utah in the mountains of Utah, it's almost impossible to win.
There you go.
Here's the thing that's going to be disappointing for all the Big Ten people who are excited about possibly going to the West Coast to see games. It's not the same. You got to bring your own energy. I've been to a couple games out there. It's just they just don't care like we do here. I'm talking about just the atmosphere.
Yeah, look, Terry, if you lived in Southern California, all you would do is wake up, get a lemonade, walk to the beach, and not give a damn about anything else. You'd feel younger. You'd look younger. This is not the case here in Michigan. We're attacked by the Great Lakes. Some days it rains. The next it snows. The next thing you know, it's 90 degrees, and then it's snowing again. I don't know. Can't explain Michigan.
Okay.
But overall, Terry, what's next? What does it mean for college football? It's not collegiate sport anymore. That's like just one thing I would like to clear up. This is not collegiate anymore. When you send a team, I hope you guys understand this, from the West Coast, 2 time zones away, to play a football game on a Friday or Saturday night, and you're chartering a plane, that is professional sports.
You know who else did that? Wayne State University. And that we don't consider them big time sports. They've done the same thing. And the only people that I think that can suffer this are the ones that we don't care about. Olympic sports athletes, where you're gonna travel across the country to play a field hockey game or volleyball game, or it's a money loser. And what's the point? What's the point of playing Iowa if you're at UCLA?
Owen?
Well, I mean, I covered the field hockey team and all these other teams at Michigan State, and they currently did that. Like, there was a lot of traveling. Gymnastics, they went down south a couple of times and whatnot. So there was that traveling. Obviously, I would expect maybe more, but I guess
Think about it this way.
At that point.
Think about it this way. This move is not so the women's lacrosse team or the men's field hockey team can play against Michigan, and it's going to be a great rivalry.
They don't care about you guys. Sorry.
They don't care.
They can get new uniforms, too.
Yeah.
This is going to be so much money.
Jeez. Mute your mic. Jesus Christ.
Whoa. Today was supposed to be Friday. We're supposed to be happy.
Yeah, we are supposed to be. I'm happy this morning.
I don't care
Normally,
if you're
that's
happy.
not the
Shut
case.
the hell up. Shut up.
You want to walk out?
No, just shut the hell up.
That's the thing about it.
I lost my train of thought.
Everybody walks out, and guess what? They walk their asses right back in.
Well, that's because no one
I'm pissed I'm walking out.
I wish I can go to Canada right now.
Fish, I
3
swear to God,
minutes
one
later,
more
here they're
word.
coming back. Hey, I'm happy to be here. How's everybody?
Fish, mute your mic.
if you
I don't
told
want
me
to.
to
I don't
go,
want to hear you.
I'd be
Fish, mute
gone.
your mic. I don't want to hear you for the rest of the show. Shut the hell up.
Fish
lost my
lost
train
his
of-
street cred when he said the Big Ten Network might not like
Yeah,
this.
I lost my train of thought
But you
because he doesn't
said-
shut the hell
you
up.
guys
Fish,
said
shut the hell up.
2, 3 super
I said
conferences.
mute your mic. I said mute your
They
mic.
would still get in because the
Mute
Big
your
Ten's
mic.
going to be one of those super conferences.
Mute your mic,
You
or I'm
would
going to go
hope
there and
so.
I'm going to unplug it myself.
I'd be fine for that.
We're going to go to break. When we get back,
Yeah,
the
we should do a
Pistons
show
signed
in
Kevin Knox
silence.
in free agency. And they re-signed Marvin Bagley on a 3-year, $37 million deal. What that means for the team moving forward. But before we do, Maddie, the lifestyle beverage that is Cintron.
Yes, the summer of Cintron is here, and now it's available at your local Kroger. So head on over to Kroger with your Kroger card. You can pick it up, too, for just $4. That's an absolute steal. Cintron is a new energy drink for the active lifestyle. Drink it, live it with Cintron.
New to the game or a season better? OddsTrader.com has everything you need to make the right bet ahead of kickoff. Begin your handicapping journey with OddsTrader. Improve your edge by finding the best price on every game from sportsbooks in your backyard. Take advantage of the numerous sign-up bonus offers to pad your bankroll. Dive into key game statistics, player performance, and even account for the projected game day weather. Best of all, you can use the Odds Trader Bet Tracker to keep a log of your action. Welcome to Odds Trader, and best of luck.
3 NBA championships. Detroit fans were there. 11 Stanley Cups. Detroit fans were there. 4 World Series wins. Detroit fans were there. And that one Lions playoff win in 1991. Yeah, Detroit fans were there. Woodward Sports, where the fans are.
Open all summer long from Memorial Day to Labor Day. Bedrock Detroit brings you the Monroe Street Midway. It's open downtown. Enjoy basketball, roller skating, mini golf, live music, food trucks, and more. A safe event for everyone. Go to deckedoutdetroit.com for more information. And, of course, enjoy the atmosphere. It's going to be a good time. 8:16 in the morning. Beautiful Friday here on the downtown Birmingham Morning Woodward Show. Terry?
Yes, sir.
The Detroit Pistons go out in free agency. They make a move, sign Kevin Knox to a 2-year deal, along with re-signing Marvin Bagley on a 3-year, $37 million contract. First, Bagley, that's a deal. To get him at, what, $12.3 million annually, that's a steal for his contribution. A guy that's getting you, what, 12 and 7 a night. Mo Bamba just got $21 million, averaging, what, 5 and 3. So, a good deal. Well done. Kevin Knox is 24, I believe. Come on. This is such a young team. And I was talking to a good friend of mine who's really close with the team last night. And he told me...
Insider. Go ahead and brag.
And he told me that Troy is making sure that this team is not good this year.
It's not what?
That this team is not good this year.
Okay.
And that they are back in the lottery because, quote, this upcoming draft is loaded with talent, and they all see it. And my question is, again, Terry, you know me. I'm on the 5-year.
Right.
I don't want to hear it for 4 to 5 years. You're gonna go in the top 3, top 5 again next year. I mean, I don't know of a team that's built with 4 20-year-olds starting and taking over the league.
Bro, they might be on the 6 or 7-year program.
I don't like it right now. We'll see how the team develops, but I don't want to be picking top 3, top 5 next year. I want to be projected to get the number 14, 13, 11 pick, and then somehow get the number 1 overall pick. I'm game for that. But I don't plan on losing 60 games, 59 games, 58 games again. I don't think that's progress. And look, free agency isn't getting any better next year, guys. And Devin Booker just re-signed and signed, and Nikola Jokic just got the Supermax, by the way. He's become the highest paid player in NBA history. So, perspective a little bit, there is nothing in next year's free agency class or 2024 that is going to take you over the top. You are relying on Sadiq Bey. You are relying on Cade Cunningham, Jaden Ivey, Jalen Duren, all these young kids that you have Killian Hayes to develop and grow. That's a 5-year program, dude. That's not 3 years.
Program.
That's going through elementary school, then middle school, and high school.
And you know what happens along the way? There's a period where we're all going to say, ha ha, the Pistons have arrived. But then there's going to be some backtracking where we thought they arrived, but then they're going to lose like 10 games in a row, something ridiculous like that. And we're going to bitch about them again and say that they're not as far along as we thought they were. So I was not a proponent of your 5-year plan. I am now because, you know, Troy Weaver is going to go through the draft and not. And here's the other thing, ladies and gentlemen. We assume the Pistons can get quality free agents. But no, that's a huge assumption. For the most part, they can't. You know, yes, they're not going to get LeBron James. Yes, they're not going to get Anthony Davis. They may not even get the second tier free agents. So I think Weaver, and he'll never say this, but I think Weaver understands the situation, he understands they can't get high-profile free agents. And so he's going draft, and mid-level to lower free agents to fill out the roster. That is a 5 or 6 year program.
It is 5 or 6 years, and something to consider, Terry, that I think is super important is he's keeping it young, not just because they don't want to be competitive or good this year. You have young players that just need to get experience. Jaden Ivey's a rookie. Durant's a rookie. Cade in year 2. Killian in year 3. Sadiq in year 3. Isaiah Stewart in year 3. It's a young team. Marvin Bagley, he's still 23 years old. He was a lottery pick not too long ago. So, team's in a good spot, I think. It's early, but I'm just saying, for anybody that says this team is going to build young and then they're going to solve it in free agency in a year or 2 years, I have news for you. You're wrong. Free agency is not going to help you.
Yeah, you still could do that, but it looks like he's choosing not to.
I don't think he can. There's nobody available in the next 2 free agency classes that's going to either A, take you over the top, or B, make you a contender. There are no players that do that. Now, are there veterans? You can go after a 33, 32-year-old player that'll give you good minutes, good experience. But it doesn't matter because you still have a bunch of 20, 21-year-olds running on the court.
That's
and
right.
At the end of the day, until they're 24, 25, you're not going to be contending in the Eastern Conference.
All right. You're looking too short-sighted. No. There's not going to be anybody that's going to make you a contender right away. But you have to look toward the future. The reason you want a DeAndre Ayton or Miles Bridges isn't because you're going to win a title next year, but you want them because you feel that those 21-year-olds are going to be 24 in 3 years. 22 years, guys are going to be 25 years old. So you're thinking if you play it right, maybe you could be a contender in 3 years if you get some free agents. But Troy Weaver his mindset is different than that.
Well, Bridges isn't going to happen anymore for anybody. He's done.
This is before
he's done.
He goofed up.
I mean, what the hell is that? Arrested on domestic violence charges. The videos and the pictures came out yesterday. That's completely ruined his future in the NBA. I think, one, there's jail time involved in this one. I mean, that's pretty clear-cut, unless he has a great lawyer. I'm not sure.
And his wife came out with photos and
Mm-hmm.
said, I don't want this to happen to anybody else. So that's a problem.
100%.
Videos hurt you. Word of mouth does not.
I mean,
But you know what? He can play, and somebody is going to forgive him and allow him to play. He may not get as much as he wants financially.
I don't think he's getting a chance for the next. I don't know. This is a disaster. I don't know how you justify it. I really don't. But I do want to wrap up the Pistons talk with this. Looking ahead to other notable signings, Portis has been picked up. That's done. So you look at this free agency class this summer, I think this is it. After Kevin Knox, I'm not sure who's available that makes sense. And please, if you have any suggestions, be my guest in the chat. I don't see any. That's going to improve this team massively. So, all right, we're looking at 28 to 32, maybe max out at 33 wins. You're still going to lose 49, 50 games. That's not changing. You're going to be in the lottery.
You'll be in the lottery, but will you be competing for those top 4 or 5 players, or will you just be in the lottery? That's going to be the question.
I think they're just going to be in the lottery unless a ball falls the right way for them.
So they'll win too many games.
I think they're going to win too many games. And too many in the lottery for this upcoming season, because there are going to be a lot of teams tanking this year. I'm looking at 28 to 34 wins is likely pick number 9, 10, 11 projected. So we'll have to wait and see. At the end of the day, what is Kemba's buyout number? I want to say it was $9 million
It was 9. And I guess they worked that out.
Yeah, I believe it was $9 million, and that's a done deal. Saying it's going to take 5 to 6 years means you don't believe in the potential of Cade, Ivy, Bay, and even Hayes. Year 2, Cade alone is an automatic 27 games. Shad, I like you, dude. You're here every morning. You're a fucking idiot. Let me tell you something, buddy. If LeBron James missed the playoffs his first 2 years, Cade Cunningham's missing the playoffs his first 2 years with this roster. Secondly, you are not the Boston Celtics. You didn't draft Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown and Marcus Smart alongside a bunch of quality veterans where you were winning 48, 52 games a year. You are actually more so like the Golden State Warriors, who missed the playoffs their first 4 seasons after drafting Steph Curry. And then they got to the first round, and then the conference semis, and then they got knocked out in the first round, and then Steve Kerr came and they were champions. You know how many years that is? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8! 8 years.
And let me throw this in. Did you believe in Steph Curry? Yes. It took him 8 years. Did you believe in Isaiah Thomas? Yes. And you know what? Isaiah Thomas and Joe Dumars. Did you believe in them at the time? Probably yes. But it took them that same time.
7 years for the bad boy Pistons. 8 to actually win the championship.
1 game away from being broken up. 1 game away from saying, you know what? Couldn't pull it off. We'll try again.
Like, again, you guys, you're not going to become contenders for half a decade. Yeah, that's the reality. Can you be a 40-win team? Not this season, but maybe next season? Okay, year 3, Cade. Jaden Ivey has a year under his belt. Saddiq Bey going into year 4. Okay, I could buy 38 to 42 wins in year 3 of Cade Cunningham. Does that make you contenders? Does it make you contenders? Answer honestly.
No, you know what that is? That's a team that gets its butt smacked in the first round of the playoffs. That's a team that loses in 5 games or gets swept in the first round because they got to play Milwaukee or Boston or somebody like that. That's what that is. That's not contending.
Again, there's a difference between being the playing team and then being a top 3, top 4 seeded team that people actually take seriously. You will not be that for half a decade. What's the problem?
Right.
That doesn't mean you're not going to make the playoffs for the next 5 years. It just means you're not going to be a contender. Is that so hard to understand? Should I speak a little more slowly for you?
No. You must. Here, let me teach you a lesson here, young fella, because I know you get frustrated. All right. What is fan short for?
Idiot.
Close. Fanatical. See, fans realize every team in Detroit's in a rebuild. They realize that. But you know what? Most fans think that all 4 teams are going to end up with hanging a championship banner when this is done. We know that's not going to happen. But the fan is like, okay, well, the Lions are going to win or at least go to the Super Bowl. Tigers will win a World Series. Pistons and Wings will win the Stanley Cup and the Larry O'Brien. So when you talk about Cade Cunningham being already here and he's not going to contend for 6 or 7 years, the fan is saying, no, wait a minute. Cade is a bad man. Cade's going to do better than that. Cade's going to whip this team into shape, contend in 2 or 3 years. Now, if you want to call him an idiot, go right ahead. But fanatical is close to idiot being an idiot. But it's just a nicer way of calling them that.
That's fine. I mean, at the end of the day, again, you will improve from last year to this year. And then you'll improve again next year. And the next year after that, you will take progressional steps. You'll likely be in the playoffs year 3 as a play-in. You'll be fighting for that spot. Year 4 of Cade Cunningham, I'd expect you'd be a 6, 7 seed, depending on what the roster looks like. But what it looks like is there's no help coming anytime soon. And I'm not talking just, a nice piece here and a nice piece there. Veteran players, they do their job. They play 12, 18 minutes. You're not getting a star player. That's done. We're over this conversation. Kevin Durant requests a trade from the New York Nets. You know, Terry, LeBron James gets hailed as the king of mobility, right? He changed the game because he made it mobile. Yeah, okay. LeBron can be mobile. Players like Kevin Durant, Kyrie, James Harden, Russell Westbrook, nah. That's how it works. It's not how the NBA works. And it's actually being proven right now with Stephen in Golden State. It's being proven with Giannis in Milwaukee.
I know, but there's strong rumors or talk that Kevin Durant could end up in Golden State again. That sounds crazy to me. But LeBron James was criticized for being mobile. If you're talking about just going from team to team, he gets criticized for that. Well, he should.
All right.
I mean, we went to Miami. He was criticized for that.
Fair enough. Well, when we get back, we'll discuss the Kevin Durant news, what it means for Detroit and really the NBA, more importantly, where he's going to end up going. But before we do, Maddie, the best defense on and off the court, Guardian Alarm.
Yes, the summertime is here, and that means spending more time outside. So let Guardian Alarm give you peace of mind while you're out enjoying the sunshine. Give them a call at 1-800-STAY-OUT today, and you can rest easy knowing that you have 24/7 protection. That's 1-800-STAY-OUT. Let them know that Woodward Sports sent you.
Hi, my diamonds. It's Crystal with an X. You want to get hot and perfect like me? Here's my super easy routine. Drink at least a gallon of water before you wake up. Attach a weight to everything in your house. Hello? Sell your car and just sprint everywhere. Scream when you exhale.
Don't follow Crystal with an X. Do your own thing at Planet Fitness with tons of equipment and free fitness training in our clean and spacious clubs. Join now for just $10 a month and cancel anytime.
It's a great day to get some Centron in your life. Okay. There it is. Centron, here we go. Gotta grab the cranberry. Oh wait, it's 2 for $4. Gotta double up with the classic as well. Centron World, baby. Centron, available at select Krogers, and if you wanna know how, go to @CentronWorld.com. You get dope like me. You know what? Why wait? Great taste, guaranteed.
You have an opinion? Make sure it's seen and heard. Corner, jumper. Tweet us, hop on the YouTube chat, slide in the DMS at Woodward Sports on all social media.
When you need apparel, there is only one place to go, and that's Big Frog in Novi. With no setup fees, no artwork fees, no minimum, and a 24-hour turnaround, you can have your whole team outfitted in no time. Visit bigfrog.com/Novi today or give them a call at 844-4-BIG-FROG.
All right, we're back here on the Morning Woodward Show. Kevin Durant requests a trade from New York.
I want to try something different today.
Go for it.
I don't want to rely on the information about Kevin Durant from USA Today or ESPN. I don't want to rely on what's in the news of the Free Press. I want to hear from Maddie where Kevin Durant is going to end up.
I was just about to leave.
You can't leave.
You want to know? I'm sorry, you need to say that again.
I want to hear from you where Kevin Durant is going to.
Not Detroit, that's for damn sure.
I didn't say Detroit. Because if you say Detroit, this man's going to blow a gasket again.
You say Detroit, like, I swear to God.
I said
told
not
you.
Detroit. That's the
said-
first
Anybody,
thing you said.
this is just a rule moving forward on the show and at the network. Anybody that actually sits up on a desk and seriously says Kevin Durant's a good option for the Detroit Pistons, do me a favor and go fuck yourself. You're not going to work here. The Detroit Pistons, I'm sorry. The Detroit Pistons are not giving up Sadiq Bey, Jaden Ivey, Killian Hayes, and probably 3-4 first-round picks for a 33-year-old Kevin Durant who has an expiring contract next season. Continue. Sorry.
You sure about that?
I'm very sure.
right.
I'm very sure about that. Jesus Christ. Literally
Okay.
told you yesterday I would rather be the Pistons now than what the Nets were even before KD wanted a trade.
Fungus face.
Jesus.
She said
Get your fucking
not
shoe out of here.
Kevin Durant. Did you hear the not part? Kevin Durant is not.
I know he's not.
All right. So what was that tirade all about?
Even suggesting it is a goddamn sin.
Remember
won't
when
allow
Jerry
it.
asked me to talk?
I
Not
think
you.
Maddie's
Then
got
talk.
the scoop.
God damn
I
it!
don't want to talk anymore.
You and Fish are
I didn't even
babies
say
this morning.
anything.
She didn't.
If you're
No,
gonna-
I'm the one instigating. I think Maddie
I said nothing.
has got inside information. From
So Adam's a little bitch, or what?
No, from Pillow Talk.
You know Blake Griffin. Blake Griffin knows Kevin Durant. Spill the
Yes,
beans.
Blake Griffin's coming to visit this weekend.
I know he is.
You know he's whispered to you, hey, you know what KD's gonna do?
Sweet nothings.
Yeah, okay. You know, from that love talk, he's talking NBA free agency to you.
Yeah, for sure.
You're
I'm not speaking because I'm just gonna get yelled at.
You know, he's saying, baby, I love you. You looking good today. I like everything about you. KD is going to the Lakers. So what's the Pillow Talk saying?
I got nothing for you, Terry.
You sure?
Yep.
Because if I find out you're lying to me, I'm going to be
Why
fighting.
would I lie?
Huh?
Why would I lie?
Because you're just trying to be too low profile.
Me, low profile? Never.
Not on the bar scene, of course, but on this free agency. You don't want to bust on Blake.
Yeah, no. That's
All
that's an Adam problem.
Young Adam.
Yes, sir.
If you are Kevin Durant, who basically wants out of Brooklyn because of Kyrie Irving, your boy. You know, I'm sure he's sick of this. You know, the whole vaccination thing. Brooklyn should have been a contender for the NBA title, at least the Eastern Conference.
When you tie your life savings, right? You take all your life savings, you pull out the 401k, you refinance the house, and you put it on a futures bet that the Lions are going to win the Super Bowl this season. Do you think that's a good bet?
No, sir. That's a horrible bet.
Well, that's essentially what the Brooklyn Nets did with Kyrie Irving and Kevin Durant. Kyrie Irving has only ever been successful because he behaved to an extent under LeBron James. Kevin Durant is not LeBron James. He's not Steph Curry. Now, is he a more gifted, offensively brilliant basketball player? Absolutely he is.
But don't you think LeBron James would have the same problem because of the
No.
stupid vaccine thing? Would Kyrie Irving have gotten the vaccine if LeBron James was on the team?
I think so.
Okay.
Because Kevin Durant's his buddy. Kyrie Irving calls Kevin. Hey, Kevin, man,
The world was flat.
world's flat, man. I need a mental day today, and I'm not taking that poke, man. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. And Kevin, like a bitch. Oh yeah, man, it's good. It's good. You know, I'll sit out here and play the next 52 games without you. You're good, bro. You do you. Take care of you, man. LeBron would have said, bitch, go get the goddamn vaccine. We're trying to win a championship right now. You serious? Don't fucking call me again if you're not going to be playing basketball.
You know who did that? Wiggins out at Golden State. He did not want to take the vaccination, but he knew the team was like, hey, we're here to win a championship this year. Probably can't do it without you, or it's going to be more difficult. Get that vaccination. And he did. And he played. And who won the NBA title this year?
Golden State Warriors.
Bam. B-A-M. I want to call you something else, but I'm not today.
The Golden State Warriors are the epitome. I mean, that's a team that what they've done is amazing. When we look at the Nets, you went all in on Kevin Durant. Congratulations. Great. You were relevant for one playoff run, and you lost in Game 7. And Kyrie wasn't there. And James Harden was too busy at the strip club, so his hamstring was all tightened, and he couldn't play to his full capabilities in that game. When you tie your wagon to Kyrie Irving and James Harden, that's what you get. When LeBron James ties his wagon to Russell Westbrook, you miss the playoffs. That's what you get. When you tie yourself to bad basketball players who are only about themselves, not about the team, not about winning championships, and you know, Terry, you can always tell who's about it and who just wants to talk about being about it.
Right.
Steph Curry's about it. And I would say Kevin Durant is about it. And that's why he's leaving Kyrie Irving's ass. You know what he did? Kyrie Irving called him, hey, man, listen, I just want you to know, I took the whole season and last 2 years to really like gather myself mentally. I'm going to be back this year. I'm going to opt in. And Kevin was, Kevin's a nice individual. He said, Kyrie, I'm happy for you, bro. You get that $47 million. Kevin hangs up the phone, calls his agent, get me the fuck out of here, because I'm not playing with this dude. Kevin Durant waited for Kyrie to sign so he could get the hell out of town. And I don't blame him.
You must have inside information. That's exactly how it went.
I'm telling you, man. That's how the world works. Unbelievable. That's like what's going to happen with me and Fish one of these days. He's going to wait for Fish to sign a contract extension. Little does he know that. It's going to move him to a different show, so I don't have to deal with his BS. Thank you. I'm glad.
I just have to scream now.
You just have to shut up. God dang it. The move here at Phoenix, Miami, and Portland. And if I'm Portland, I package Shaedon Sharpe, multiple future first-round picks, Eric Bledsoe, Joe Ingles, or Jeremy Grant. I don't care. And I do whatever it takes to bring him to Portland. Damian Lillard and Kevin Durant are contenders. Is it an NBA championship roster? It's damn close. And out in the West, you can get to a conference final with that team, in my opinion. So if I'm Portland, I'm going all in. Miami's an underrated destination. I'll tell you why. Kevin Durant loves to talk, right? He loves to tell his story the way he thinks it should be.
Correct.
And Kevin Durant went to Golden State, won the titles, got all the credentials, and felt like he needed to do more. So he went to Brooklyn. That didn't work out. What's a better message? Because, he's been compared to, is he better than LeBron James? It's always about him and LeBron for the past, 7 years? What's better than going to Miami and doing what LeBron did? And that's winning in Miami. I think Miami's an underrated mental destination probably for Kevin Durant.
Probably, but I think he left Golden State because he kept hearing how he coattailed it there. That everything was in place, so he goes out there, gets a championship, but wasn't really his championship, even though he was MVP. He was coattailing it. So then, in his mind, and I always go back to the mentality of professional athletes. There's nobody better than me. I can do it when others cannot. So he's thinking, I'm going to go to Brooklyn, be in New York. Yes, it is in New York, brother. I'm going to win a championship, and people are going to look at me and say, hey, KD, this is your title. That's what his mindset was. He fell woefully short because he had to deal with Kyrie Irving.
He fell into the trap. And the trap is allowing media to dictate your legacy.
That is true.
Barkley is who Barkley is. Allen Iverson's an all-timer. So is Malone and Stockton. Steve Nash. Chris Paul. They're all great. Now, are they champions? No. It didn't work out for them. KD's a champion. Multiple finals MVPs. MVP of the league. I don't want to hear it. He is a certified superstar, Hall of Fame, first ballot, one of the top 15 greatest players ever. That's done. I'm sad. I'm sad for him.
Because he feels the championship. Everybody's got to say, KD, this is your championship. And I think he felt unfulfilled
what's
at
sad?
Golden State.
You know what's sad? We said that about LeBron. And now that LeBron has 4 and he's been to 10 and he won it with Anthony Davis in the bubble, now everybody shuts up. Nobody mentions that he went for D-Wade and Bosh. Only the LeBron cynics will do it. But general consensus, he's a great.
But that's the clowns who work here.
Of course it is. That's what clowns do. At the end of the day, he's great. You got to appreciate greatness. Kevin Durant is great. When we get back, Terry, me and Owen prepared a special list for you to observe and give feedback on.
All right.
Our top 5 quarterbacks in the Big Ten heading into the season.
Oh, God.
I did do a top 15 list. I just wanted you to know Cade McNamara did not make that list.
I already know that. You don't have to tell
Anybody
me that.
that watches this show.
Yeah, I'm sure they know. Anyways, when we get back, the top 5 quarterbacks going into the season in the Big Ten. But before we do, Maddie, what's popping off at Big Boy?
Yes, ciabattas, summer salads, hand-dipped shakes, all at Big Boy. Try a chicken club, chicken cordon bleu, or sunrise ham and cheddar, all on their new grilled ciabatta bread. And don't forget, of course, to cool off with a nice hand-dipped cookies and cream or strawberry shake. You heard it here first. Summer just got better at Big Boy.
Fellas, let's be honest. We like things to be easy. We like simple stuff, like sports 7 days a week. We like things uncomplicated, like Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. Open 10 to 8, 7 days a week. Walk in anytime. Sign in, sit down, watch your favorite team play. And before you know it, your hair will be game ready. Open 10 to 8, 7 days a week. Walk in anytime. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. It's wicked awesome.
3 NBA championships. Detroit fans were there. 11 Stanley Cups. Detroit fans were there. 4 World Series wins. Detroit fans were there. And that one Lions playoff win in 1991? Yeah, Detroit fans were there. Woodward Sports, where the fans are.
Welcome back. Thanks for joining us on the Morning Woodward Show here on the Woodward Sports Network. Never mind, I'm out. I'm going to go get you a coffee.
Thank you so much. See how it works around here, Terry?
Nipsey got you again.
Yep. Just give me a coffee. What a lady.
So that's how it works? You play with your nipples.
I play with my nipples.
And
she gets me a coffee.
Yep. There's just so much disconnect around here.
Can I apologize for interrupting the show earlier? I'm very sorry,
you're good,
sir.
buddy. You're good. We handled it during the break. It's all good. I love you.
Love you too.
You're learning still. It's all good. All right, Terry.
Yes, sir.
Big Ten. I mean, technically we should do it with USC. We didn't find out, but we'll do that 2 years from now.
2024. Yeah.
Amazing news. But let's just get into the Big Ten quarterbacks now. Owen, you know what? Let's start with your list.
No, I want to start with yours. I'm throwing it to you first. We're going to look at that one, and then we're going to look at mine because number 5 is a big controversy.
Well, number 4 is a big controversy.
Between the two of us.
Between the two of us?
Yeah, because
if you have Cade McNamara in there, I swear to God, I'll beat the hell out of you.
Let's show yours.
You won't
first.
have a job here.
Let's show
yours
really
first. Consider what's about to be on number 5. All right, this is my top 5.
And be a man. Don't forget him. He don't do anything.
I'm just being kind.
I mean, that's a good list,
He doesn't do
right?
anything but just
all right,
talk
look,
mess.
the obvious answer, C.J. Stroud, number 1.
Right.
Now, who are the most talented quarterbacks in the Big Ten? I throw J.J. McCarthy up there at 2, but he's just talented.
He's still got to prove
He still
himself.
has to prove it.
Right.
Aiden O'Connell was a very, very good quarterback for Purdue last year. Loved what he did for that school. Obviously, the Michigan State game, he tore you guys up. Peyton Thorne, I think, is the obvious choice for 3, Terry. Stable quarterback. I think he will be a top 4 quarterback this year, depending on what Michigan do at quarterback. And then, of course, the guy I believe should be starting for the University of Michigan. It is no longer a conversation. This is with USC coming, and we're going to get to what's next for Michigan at 9 o'clock. But USC, UCLA, potentially Oregon, my mother, Terry, I don't know who else is coming to the Big Ten. All I know is if you're going to out-recruit these teams and you have 5-star potential sitting on the bench at the most important most important position in the game, kick rocks. J.J. McCarthy must be the starting quarterback. I'm going to put him at 4 on this list without him even playing or starting any goddamn games for Michigan last season. He played, but he didn't start.
You know, also can come to the Big Ten. You got Baylor. What about Baylor?
Baylor could come to the Big Ten. Clemson could.
Everyone, their moms come in the Big Ten.
Alaska might Alaska might start a football program and come at this point. And then number 5 to top it off, if you want to throw it back up real quick.
Yeah.
Tua's brother, out in Maryland. Super talented kid.
Talia, yeah.
Super inaccurate. Honestly, I have no idea why I put him at 5 at this point. I'm starting to regret it. But
you should.
He's talented. The problem is he is talented.
You put him up there because of his brother.
No. He balled out last year. He played well.
Okay, but he passes a lot. That was the thing.
The stats are inflated, but if you look beyond the stats, what he does for Maryland on the field, he gives them a chance.
But he doesn't score touchdowns though. Is the catch? He's only
it's Maryland,
get you
right?
1,
If
2
I would have thrown him on Ohio State last year, his stats would be inflated. He would have more touchdowns, and you would consider him.
All these guys on Ohio State would be
in theory,
inflated.
yes, but I think you get the point, right? It is Maryland. At least at Purdue, he had the Biletnikoff winner, correct?
Yeah.
So
I mean, obviously Maryland has weapons and whatnot, but I have Talia at 6.
I have
you
a
want to see
question.
my
Okay.
list?
Go ahead.
You love J.J. McCarthy.
I do. I don't love him. I love what he could be for Michigan.
Okay.
That could take them to the next step.
Okay. Peyton Thorne is maybe just a half step ahead of
Cade?
Cade.
Absolutely not. I disagree.
No.
Half step.
Wholeheartedly. No.
Ahead.
No.
No,
There's a
wait,
step difference. I could walk from here to fucking California. That's how big of a difference it is between Cade and Peyton Thorne. I'm sorry. No. I love you, Terry. Not on this one. Cade is...
I think you hate Cade so much that you're going to just dog him. He is a half step behind Thorne.
Maybe
Thorne
I'm biased.
messes up.
Maybe
I'll
I'm
tell you
biased.
why
Go to
he's
the
not.
unbiased kid in
I'll
the
tell him
booth.
why he's not. But I want to. I want to throw out my list first.
Go for it.
And before I'm going to agree with you, J.J. McCarthy should be the starter.
Okay.
But let's look at this list right here. Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah. No, I'll go through. Okay, so we're going to go through this. Obviously, C.J. Stroud, fourth in Heisman voting. He was a fantastic guy. There's no debate. He's number one. Aiden O'Connell, I got it too. He's a 6-year quarterback. Was 11th in yards passing, 17th in touchdown with 28. Only 11 picks. He had 3 touchdowns against MSU, 536 yards. He was absolutely fantastic. But Peyton Thorne, I think there's that big gap between Cade and Peyton, and here's why. I mean, senior, 6'2", 187, dual threat quarterback. This kid is a leader. I've been around this guy. The talk at Michigan State at the moment is hashtag next step. That's their for recruiting and going into next year. Peyton Thorne wants to take that next step. And what's incredible is, I think something that's overlooked was he set the record for MSU touchdowns in a single season for passing. He broke Kirk Cousins' record with 28. So, and he's got a fantastic wide receiver core coming back. Jaden Reed, Trey Mosley, Keon Coleman. I expect him to pop off. Only problem is his offensive line. And then let's move on to J.J. McCarthy. I got him easily at 4 because he's got a higher ceiling than Cade. I mean, I definitely agree he should be the starter. I think that we're going to go back and forth again this year between those two, especially for the first 3 games because of Michigan's schedule. But at 5, Cade McNamara. Well, before I go into Cade, I think the rest of the Big Ten really doesn't impress me. There's not a lot to it for competition for quarterback-wise. I mean, you got Talia, and then I would say Casey Thompson. Maybe you could throw Graham Mertz into that, but there's nothing that I think that Cade McNamara can do that Graham Mertz also can't do. Like, it's basically a tie there, but I got Cade above him because he won the Big Ten. I think he's a better quarterback. He's a safe guy. He's not going to cost you games by throwing game-losing picks unless you're against Michigan State. But you have to equate for the fact that JJ and Blake Corum had that fumble. There's a couple turnovers as well. Some of that stuff wasn't Cade's fault against Michigan State. Obviously, he beat Ohio State.
Excuse me? I don't know what game you watched. He had a great first half. Cade played phenomenally.
Yeah.
And in the fourth quarter, he overthrew 2 wide receivers that were 15 yards clear. That would have been both touchdowns. That would have won the game for Michigan.
Okay, but remember, Michigan was driving, and then they put JJ in. They fumble. That's not Cade's fault in that situation.
And what did Jim Harbaugh say after the game?
Where
was the miscommunication?
Yeah, it wasn't JJ's fault. Apparently
JJ fumbled on the sideline running out of bounds. That didn't hurt the team. The handoff between him and Blake Corum thought it was play action. Right. It wasn't. It was a designed run.
Yeah, and that's why you don't put JJ in that situation.
Communicate with
the
him
quarterback doesn't communicate
right
in college. They have a bunch of signs with the Home Depot shit that tells you what the play is.
But if you're a good quarterback, you can switch it up. But here is my question that I never got to.
Go for it.
Every time we bring up JJ, you blow this guy, how great he is. Right? Oh, JJ. Oh, if you want to compete for a national championship, it's got to be JJ. So how can you rank him behind Peyton Thorne?
Because he's not proven yet.
Yeah, no.
If this was a list of talent, he's number 2. He's only behind C.J. Stroud in terms of talent in the conference.
JJ hasn't shown us anything yet. Like, I just feel like his ceiling,
shown
if he plays right now, he could be right there, and he could pass. He's going to probably maybe pass him. But
He's
like,
shown glimpses. If
If
JJ starts by week 4, he'll be number 3 on that list, and maybe number 2 by week 5, week 6.
Possibly,
So that was my next question. If he starts, does he pass Peyton
He will be the
Thorne?
number 2 quarterback by the end of the season in the Big Ten Conference if he starts the whole season. No doubts in my mind.
But I don't think he will because
Why?
you got those. I think Harbaugh's going to be indecisive again. They're going to go that 2 quarterback system, especially for those first 3-4 games because you're not playing anybody, and then that 4th one against Maryland, you're going to have so much time just to go back and forth, do the exact same thing that you were doing. I think both guys are going to have good stats heading into Penn State at home for Michigan.
This 2 quarterback system doesn't work.
No, it doesn't.
It's never worked.
But we're talking about Jim Harbaugh, the man that left on signing day to make a statement about NIL. He's going to do the exact same thing that worked last year. Why would you change that if you're Jim? That's just
Well,
what
I'll tell
I've
you
heard.
why it's not going to work, because you had 3 players that left for the NFL within the first 40 picks of it on the
Well,
defensive
yeah.
side of the
We're
ball.
talking about defense,
You have
yeah.
a good offensive line, right? And let's be honest here, the defense won you your game against Penn State, I wouldn't say beat Ohio State, but played a big role of why you were able to beat Ohio State the way you did. 15 quarterback pressures by Aiden Hutchinson against C.J. Stroud that game. I was there. They controlled the line of scrimmage.
course, yeah.
That was great. They will not control the line of scrimmage on the defensive side of the ball like they did last year, which
Right.
means they're going to need more offense.
No, but
and if you don't
I'm
have
saying you
Hassan
don't
Haskins
need that
again,
that more offense until Penn State. There's just no way around it. Iowa doesn't have a good offense. They have a good defense. They just have to be better than Iowa. And then you got Penn State.
okay.
So we're not.
You
I'm
talk
just
a lot
saying-
about recruiting for Michigan State. You guys
Yeah.
convince me, as a 5-star recruit, let's say I'm a quarterback, wide receiver, whatever it may be. You convince me why I should choose the University of Michigan
No, I
when they're
understand your
starting
point, yeah.
a kid out of fucking Reno over the kid that was a 5-star recruit from IMG Academy, who in the few moments that he had opportunities on the field, he delivered. Western, Michigan State. And against Michigan State, the touchdown pass to Andrell Anthony. Come on. That wasn't Michigan were blowing them out, and that was, that was a whatever. No, that was a clutch throw. I believe it was on 3rd down as well.
It was 3rd and long.
If we're
I
honest
remember
here,
Andrew Anthony was right in front of me. And
if we're honest,
crossing route, yeah.
Cade McNamara is limited as a passer. He's a good game managing
No, he
quarterback.
is.
No
He's not
discredit
gonna
to
cost
him.
you a game.
But he's not going to go out and win you a game.
Right. But, like, I mean, all right, Talia, he doesn't win ball games. He's not scoring touchdowns. Like, it's just the fact that the reason why I put Kate at 5, there's no other guys. Casey Thompson hasn't shown me enough. There's
If you
a
would have put
big
Terry
question
on that
mark with
list,
him.
I would have respected the list more. How dare you put Cade McNamara in the top 5?
right.
I'm offended.
Well,
Buzzsaw,
okay, where would you put
I
him
got
then?
2 questions for you. Do you respect Jim Harbaugh as a coach? You think he's
Oh
a
yeah,
smart
I think
guy? Okay.
I think he's the pros and cons with him, but I think he's a very good college football coach.
Okay.
Very good. One of the
Question
best
2.
10 in the country.
His job is to win at the University of Michigan, pack that stadium, win the Big Ten title, beat Ohio State.
See, no, I don't believe that to be the case.
Then, if JJ is so far ahead of Cade, why doesn't Jim Harbaugh just start him?
I mean, we saw this with Alex Smith and Colin Kaepernick in the NFL. If it wasn't for the locker room basically revolting a little bit, he was going to put Alex Smith back in, even after they won all those games in a row. And they beat the Packers into playoffs. It didn't matter. Harbaugh wanted Alex Smith. He wanted the veteran guy he can trust. And trust is a big deal. I get it. But I'm sorry. I don't think Michigan or Michigan State wins the Big Ten this year. It's Ohio State's
Right.
to lose. They're running the table, likely don't lose a game this year. They're going to be phenomenal. Having said that, would you rather win, if I gave you your choice, 10 wins with Cade McNamara as your starter or 10 wins with J.J. McCarthy? What would you pick?
No, I think we're on the same page. Like, I think JJ should be the starter. I'm just telling you what I think will happen and not like what I want to happen.
Well, Terry, which one would you take?
Doesn't matter to me.
See,
I got 10 wins.
But does it not impact recruiting?
I think it impacts recruiting from this standpoint that a 5-star quarterback might be out there saying, damn, if I go to Michigan, I can't start ahead of a 3-star. It may, but I don't care. I just want the 10 wins. But here's where I would say JJ. If I felt that McCarthy can help me beat Georgia or Alabama, then that's my quarterback. No question. But I don't know if he elevates that team enough where Michigan all of a sudden is a national title contender.
Guys, when your quarterback averages 7 yards an attempt, that's a problem.
But he's a short yardage guy.
He's very good intermediate.
Right.
Anything from 3
done for Michigan
to 7 to 8, 9 yards, that works.
Right.
That doesn't win national championships.
No. Michigan's never going to win a national championship.
No. Sorry. See, I believe they have a big enough brand, and that's why I'm so high on the J.J. McCarthy. You have to ride this. Even if you don't, you will lose one less game. I don't care. Because he's going to come back for the 3rd year. And then you run it back, and people will take you seriously, and it helps your recruiting. How does Big Ten championship help Michigan? Hasn't helped them so far. 2024 is a complete disaster for Michigan right now. So I don't want to hear it.
You mean 2023?
Start the 2023, excuse me. I don't want to hear it. Start the damn kid. He's a much better thrower. He has more zip on the ball than Cade McNamara. Just look at the balls that cross 10 yards. Compare the throws beyond 10 yards between Cade McNamara. You know what? I'm going to do it. Fuck you guys. I'm going to have a lesson for all of you, and I'm going to showcase you every throw that Cade made beyond 10 yards, along with J.J. McCarthy. We're going to do that next week.
Obviously, J.J. is a much deeper...
That's not true. The chat would disagree.
He's going to roll out of the pocket.
Are you going to show us next week or in November?
No, I'm going to show you next week.
Okay.
I'm going to break down all the film over the weekend.
November.
I'm so done. I don't know what kind of football you guys were watching. Top of the hour, we got to go to break. When we get back, what the USC and UCLA transition to the Big Ten means for Michigan football moving forward. I mean, this is kind of a perfect transition because I think they're in trouble. And I think they're in more trouble than they even realize. And honestly, even Michigan State's in trouble. All the schools outside of Ohio State, really. This is a big deal. We'll see how the conferences work out. But before we go, I got to tell you about MyBookie, the only place you should be placing your bets, whether it's on Ohio State as the futures to win the Big Ten. That would be my recommendation. Bet from anywhere, anytime, using MyBookie. Sign up today using code Woodward. They'll match your deposit. And again, it's a better product than most of the books out there. Take advantage of their special offer. And we got to go to break because I'm about to punch somebody in the face.
It took exploring 50 different formulas and hosting countless taste tests, but we believe Gypsy Vodka is the smoothest vodka on the market. Don't believe us? Ask the owners.
We're Mike and Adam Kazanowski with High Five Spirits Distillery. We're in close to about 1,200 locations throughout Michigan. We wanted to create a brand that was geared more towards freedom, love, adventure, and at the end of the day, we really wanted to tell a story that inspired other people to take risk, follow their dreams, whatever that might be.
Boom! 2 more winners I gave you last night. That's 12 out of 15. But who's keeping track? Hey, who's the best? I'm the best. Over there at the Woodward Bet Show. You guys got to make sure you're tuning in. And also, you guys got to make sure you download oddstrader.com. It's got live scoring, play-by-play updates, and it's the best place to check all the live odds at the sports books right in the palm of your hand. But hey, let's get back to those winners. I know that's all you want. That's all we want. We want fun coupons. That's the way we roll. Hey, today we're going to roll with the Cleveland Indians to beat the Minnesota Twins. Bieber been pitching pretty well. Sounds good to me. Cleveland Indians, oddstrader.com. Woodward Bets. Check it out.
Get a shot up. This is for the win. All of Detroit's sports teams live on Woodward. All of Detroit's sports coverage lives on Woodward Sports. Driving the best in Detroit sports coverage.
Welcome back. Thanks for joining us on the Morning Woodward Show here on the Woodward Sports Network. Also featured on The Roar on 99.1, 93.5, and 94.7 HD2. Top of the hour, brought to you by Bedrock. How can you not?
Absolutely love it. USC and UCLA moved to the Big Ten. Terry?
Yes, sir.
I'm concerned for Michigan, and I'm going to focus on Michigan. I don't want to... I'm going to put Michigan State to the side a little bit for this conversation because I have confidence in Mel Tucker right now. I'm confident in the way he's branding, or I should say rebranding Michigan State, the way he's going about his recruiting, his ties in the South. I'm confident in it. Is it national championship worthy? There's a lot of years ahead for Michigan State. But Michigan? Jim Harbaugh is an excellent coach. But boy, is he stuck in the past. And if I'm Michigan right now and I'm looking at, and again, let's just be real, it's about money. The whole deal's about money. Everybody's happy. They're making more money. But if you're actually trying to compete at the national scale, 6 of the last 7 quarterbacks to start and win in the college football playoff were all first-round picks. Stetson Bennett, the most recent one, going back and returning it to Georgia, game-managed type quarterback, but hey, it's easy to manage when you have 11 players that played in the NFL on defense, along with a stacked offense. A little different. They're the exception. But how are you going to win? Nick Saban is telling you, you need a dynamic quarterback, you need a high-powered offense, because you're not going to be able to stop C.J. Stroud in Ohio State. You're not going to be able to stop even Georgia. You're not going to be able to stop any of these teams. Clemson. What's next for Michigan? USC's coming to town. Caleb Williams. Well, it won't be Caleb in 2 years, but still, Lincoln Riley and whatever number 1 recruit he's going to have, because in Southern Cal, they get all the best players. How are you going to compete with that? You're going to start Cade McNamara's future brother? Is that who you're going to start? And you think you're actually going to beat these teams? Like, I'm not mad at Michigan. I want you to be better. You won I was so happy for Michigan winning the Big Ten. It's so good for college football. But boy, if you're honest about it, you're not even close to the teams at the top. You were good enough this season to win the Big Ten. Yes, great accomplishment. You might go another 10 years trying to play this way. Hurts me.
I don't know if USC hurts Michigan from the standpoint that I'm assuming USC is going to be in the West Division, and Michigan still has to beat Ohio State on a consistent basis. But the mindset at Michigan is not to win a national title. The mindset of Michigan is still that old, antiquated. You talked about Harbaugh still being stuck. You're absolutely right. He learned under Bo. He still got the Bo tendencies under him. The whole thing is beat Ohio State and win the Big Ten. I don't think Michigan aspires to win a national title. And maybe that's why they still have Cade McNamara as quarterback. Here's what I believe. Harbaugh looks at it. All right, Cade gave me everything I wanted. A Big Ten title, and we beat Ohio State. That's all he wants. The fact that they got slaughtered by Georgia, yeah, he'll come out and publicly and say, yeah, damn it, I wanted to win that game. But deep down, he probably knew he couldn't win it, and he doesn't care that much.
Yeah, look, I know Jim was stroking it in the mirror, looking at himself, what a genius he was. Because Cade McNamara failed to throw a touchdown in 5 games in the regular season last season.
Well, yeah, when you had
Six of the
Hassan
12 games, he threw a touchdown or less. 5 of them, he didn't throw a touchdown at all.
Okay, but you're forgetting about Hassan Haskins on the goal line. They're going to give it to him. He's in. Like,
I understand. I understand. But, again, you think playing that way, that'll beat Indiana, that'll beat NIU, that'll beat Rutgers, probably beat Northwestern.
It beat Ohio State last year.
It'll beat Maryland. It beat Ohio State last year.
But Ohio
for
State
the first time,
came down to everybody's level for the first time in years.
And Ohio State is now going back to the level we all expect them to be at. High-powered offense, solid at the offensive line, decent at the defensive front. Like, again, last year, it worked. I'm not talking about last year anymore. Next. What's next? Life moves on. Life moves on always. I fall in a puddle. All right, cool. I have the whole day in front of me. Get over it. Tough luck. What's the point? What's next is that you will go another 10 years with this model without beating Ohio State or winning a Big Ten.
When you say that Jim Harbaugh's stuck in the past, I just want clarification. What do you mean by that?
Offensively.
Okay.
They are very stubborn offensively. And like I said, you'll win 7-8 games minimum with Jim Harbaugh playing that way. You'll never have to worry about being a 3-4 win team over a 12-game schedule. Jim Harbaugh will win you football games. A damn good coach. But I look at how did Clemson become a national program? Do you forget? Deshaun Watson. Oh, and then they recruited another one because they were successful with him, and that was Trevor Lawrence. What do you know? Won a national title with both. Stenson Bennett. You can't recruit like Georgia, Michigan. Neither can Michigan State. That's hard to do. Sorry. So, yeah, you're going to have to overcompensate at skill positions and the quarterback position. You had the number 2 overall pick in the draft this year. Well done. Nobody expected Aiden Hutchinson to be that good. He was phenomenal. It was amazing. You rely on that for the next 10 years. I'll see you guys in 10 years. You won't be at Ohio State again. And you won't win a Big Ten title. And I'm not saying it cynically. I'm trying to help you understand what you need to do to compete with teams like this moving forward. USC, are you probably going to beat them a few times? Sure, maybe. But what happens when Lincoln Riley's program actually starts clicking? Right now, they're going to win 10 games minimum this year.
What's going to happen when USC has to come up here in the cold, big fella?
Oh. Ohio State didn't have a problem with it for the last 20 years.
Ohio State plays in the cold.
I mean, it's not that serious.
Cold day at USC is 60.
Maybe the weather hinders them. Oof. The talent of USC teams and the talent of most teams in the Big Ten. And then you have your Michigan States, and then your Ohio States that are
well, USC's not there yet. You're assuming they're going to get there.
USC right now is more talented than Michigan. The team they have now is more talented.
I think
say
the team
defensively
they'll
that's
have
defensively no.
Offensively
Offensively
definitely.
easily.
Yes, but defensively,
I
USC
just told you
still
Nick
has a lot of question
Saban,
marks.
Nick Saban, the greatest defensive coach of all time, is showing you need to telling you, not showing, telling you, I can't win just because of my defense. I need to go get Tua Tagovailoa, Jalen Hurts, now Bryce Young. I need to go get Jamison Williams, Devontae Smith, Jalen Waddle, Julio Jones. Guys, come on.
So
get with the goddamn time. I'm not telling you to mimic every program. Just do me a favor. You have a 5-star recruit? I don't know. He might be good. You might as well play him. And if he sucks, great. Move on. Move on. What, you want to preserve a 10-win season this year? Why? Why? What does that do for you? How's that going to get the next 5-star quarterback? You're not getting another 5-star quarterback after J.J. McCarthy if he doesn't play. Well, Adam, he's just a sophomore. He'll play next year. He'll be transferred halfway into the season if he's not the starter. As he fucking should. Because I would give 2 middle fingers to that program if I'm a 5-star recruit and you're starting that bum over me. When every time I came into the game last season, I was the one throwing the ball down the field effectively, not the guy that was starting. Kick rocks. Is J.J. McCarthy matured in decision-making? Is he prone to turnovers? You can have that conversation. His pros totally outweigh the cons. I can't believe it. Can't believe it.
Turnovers lose your football games.
Yeah, and not being able to throw the football more than 3 yards down the field loses you football games, Terry.
Didn't last year. Not until the end.
1 year. I have 30, 40 years of them getting their ass kicked, playing the same way, not adapting to Ohio State in the early 2000s, not adapting to Michigan State in the late 2000s, not adapting to the Urban Meyer Ohio State. Yes, they got a bad spot. That was unfortunate. Sorry, you can't change history. It hasn't been working. And it wasn't close over the last few years. Let's be real. You won last year. So happy. Big Ten champions. So happy. Love seeing Michigan at the top because it's good for college football. But do me a favor. Go look how everybody else is winning. Go look in the NFL. It's a copycat league. Why can't you copycat as Michigan? Are you too proud of yourselves? Is it too astute of a program? Am I missing something?
No, but what you're missing is the mentality of Jim Harbaugh, who you call a great coach or very good coach?
Oh, he's a great coach.
All right.
No, he's a great coach.
He's still got that 70s and 80s mentality.
That's a problem.
That he needs to get rid of if he's going to step up and move beyond just beating Ohio State on occasion and winning the Big Ten on occasion. The thing that we forget, maybe we don't forget, but we ignore, is Michigan hasn't beaten Ohio State on a consistent basis in decades.
Since the 90s, early 90s,
Right.
excuse me.
They won a game against them last year, and congratulations.
1st and 10.
But they won when Ohio State was more like a Big Ten team. The years before, Ohio State was more like an SEC team or the elite SEC team. They're kicking everybody's butt. Nobody really came close, and that included Michigan. They didn't beat Michigan, dude. They clowned Michigan. No, remember we talked about, damn, look at that speed on the Ohio State offense. Michigan doesn't have the speed. For 1 year, they had the speed.
Since 2010, Ohio State beat Michigan 37-7. Michigan won 40-34 in 2011, and then it was Ohio State winning 26-21, 42-41, 42-28, 42-13, 30-27, 31-20, 62-39, 56-27. Didn't play the COVID game, and then Michigan won last season 42-27.
See,
Do you want me to go in the 2000s? Because Ohio State only lost twice, from 2000 to 2009. In 10 years, they lost twice. In 20 years, they've lost 4 times. They've won 16 of the last 20 meetings. They've won 18 of the last 22 meetings. And you tell me that it's working, guys. I'm not asking for a national championship every year. I'm not stupid. I'm not a fanatical. I just want to see progress. Last year was progress. It was a damn good thing to see from Michigan. But don't sit there and tell me, like I haven't been watching the last 22 fucking years, that this is working and we can replicate it. Fish, I don't give a damn. Sorry. Get it together. You will never recruit another 5-star quarterback as long as Jim Harbaugh is the head coach of your program. If J.J. McCarthy is not out there for that cupcake schedule to start the season, looking good and getting reps in. You start Cade, those first 4 games. Shame on you. Shame on you, because we all know you're going to win the 4 games. But boy, it'd be nice to get him reps going into the Big Ten schedule heading into October. But you won't do it, will you? Continue to be Michigan.
He might start J.J. McCarthy.
I hope so.
But I think what he feels is important to do is let everybody know it's a competition. He doesn't want to just give him the job. He wants him to compete for it. He wants him to win the job in camp. That's the way they work things at Michigan and a lot of programs. So you, as a coach, might just say, hey, JJ, you're the more talented guy. This is your job. But for whatever reason, football coaches believe, and basketball coaches too, you earn this job. So we're going to announce a starter in August, or maybe Bo a couple times named his starter the week of the first game. I mean, it was like Wednesday, and I think players knew, but the public didn't know who was going to be.
Can I share something with you?
Go ahead.
Before we go to break. We're going to go a little bit long. I'm sorry, but just give me a second. When asked about the starting quarterback situation, there were 2 responses, one from Cade, one from JJ. I'd like to share it with you. I would love your opinion on it.
Okay.
Cade McNamara said, I'm a proven quarterback, and I'm a Big Ten winning quarterback. I know what I can do.
Mm-hmm.
So he didn't even acknowledge anything. That's fine. I'm very confident, which is surprising for a guy that throws the ball more than 3 yards maybe once every game. And then J.J. McCarthy said, whatever's best for Michigan, I will do. And I'm going to compete to try and be the starting quarterback of the Michigan Wolverines. I mean, night and day for me in terms of where they're both at mentally. Cade feels the pressure. I'm sure he does. He knows that this kid's on his back. Everybody in practice, I'm sure, knows this kid's wicked, way more talented. But I'm only looking out for your interest, Michigan. I'm not sitting here telling you to start JJ so you can lose 5 games this year. It's not the case. I think you win 10 games with JJ McCarthy. 8 games at home, away to Columbus, home to Michigan State, who I think you beat this year. Come on. Stop playing the games. Stop trying to do it Bo's way. Go look at Nick Saban. Go look at Kirby Smart, Lincoln Riley. Even go look at teams like Ole Miss, Florida. I know they're SEC teams. Look at Ohio State and Ryan Day. Why don't you want to aspire to be that way? When that's what's working. Why? I don't like having this conversation because I don't like dragging Michigan because I think they're an amazing program. Having said that,
You know why they don't do that?
get with the goddamn times.
You know why they don't do that?
Why is that?
When they open up the gates on Saturday, more than 100,000 people are showing up. They're still getting positive press. They won a Big Ten title. Even in a bad Michigan season, they're going to win 9 or 10 games. Except, under Rich Rod, everything fell apart. Fans are not complaining. Yeah, you got debates between the McNamara people and the McCarthy people. Yes, you have that, but that's not like a revolt or anything like that. So, everything Michigan wants, maybe not what you want, but everything Michigan wants is happening. So they're not going to announce JJ as the quarterback today. They may do it if they feel that he is clearly. This has to be like a boxing match. If you're the challenger, in order to win a boxing match, you got to knock out the champion. JJ's got to knock out Kate to win the job. Now, he could do it, but it's going to be in practice, things that we don't see, things the media doesn't see. The coaches are going to make that decision. And in my mind, JJ's got to knock out Kate McNamara in practice in order to win the job. Now, can he do that?
I think so. If given an opportunity. Again, Harbaugh comes from the traditional, I'm riding my guy. The guy that showed success is my guy. How do you tell your Big Ten winning quarterback which he is? We're starting a sophomore over you after you just won a Big Ten title. When the reality is, look, Kate, last season was special. Thank you so much for what you did. I'm going to need you to mentor this kid because he's the future of this program and we need to do what's best for the program. You bench JJ, good luck finding another 5-star quarterback. Good luck. Kate is also a Brady guy. What does that mean? Brady Hoke?
Brady Hoke, yeah. And Brady Hoke is viewed as kind of a boob.
We got to go to break. When we get back, the Red Wings announced Derek Lalonde as their head coach. So let's just hit the break because I have a lot to say on this, Terry. Steve Yzerman really hit a home run, and it's actually for reasons I don't believe people have really thought of when it comes to Derek Lalonde. But before we go, I got to tell you about the official sponsor of the Woodward Sports Studio, and that's Planet Fitness. Your fitness is essential. Start today, $0 down, $10 a month. Get to a local Planet Fitness near you to sign up today, or visit planetfitness.com.
At work and at home, we're there with smarter security solutions. Featuring complete automation with customized alerts and more. For over 90 years, we've been the company that's been counted on to protect what matters most, all with personalized service and care. Right now, for a limited time, receive a free video device plus free installation with a new home system. Guardian Alarm. We protect Michigan.
When you need apparel, there's only one place to go. Big Frog in Novi. With no setup fees, no artwork fees, no minimum, and a 24-hour turnaround, you can have your whole team outfitted in no time. Embroidery, direct-to-garment, vinyl, and screen printing, Big Frog has it all in all the styles you want. So whether it's a sports team, fundraiser, school event, or corporate needs, Big Frog is your one-stop destination. Visit bigfrog.com/Novi or call 844-4-BIG-FROG.
Make sure you're listening to Woodward Sports all day long. Start your morning with the Morning Woodward Show. Spend middays with Big D Energy. Watch and listen your drive home with the Bottom Line. And don't forget about Woodward Bets Daily. All live, all right here on the Woodward Sports Network.
At Alta Equipment, uptime matters. Alta Equipment has everything you need to get the job done. If you've got a big project coming up,
I got a big project waiting for you.
Alta has you covered. Give them a call today at 844-GO-TO-ALTA. Alta Equipment, where uptime matters.
Uptime matters and big projects matter because you can't have sustainable uptime without a big project. So here we are.
The bigger the better.
The bigger the better. How do we not? Terry, Red Wings announced Derek Lalonde as their head coach.
Right.
Look, you remember the Patriot way that was supposed to come to Detroit?
Yes, I remember that, and that was a
Garbage.
big disaster.
Garbage, but Steve is bringing the Steve way, or at least what he proved in Tampa Bay. He's hiring an unproven head coach in the NHL, an experienced assistant, a guy that he's familiar with, he has a relationship with, that he can trust. He knows exactly what he's going to get about. And not only did he hire him yesterday, but the decision comes a week before the draft, which is so important. Because after the draft, you have free agency. And Steve Yzerman, and I talked to Darren McCarty, I actually shared this with you. I told you that they would be announcing a big decision soon. That's what Darren told me. And Darren said, Steve has a plan. It'll happen before the draft. Just be patient. And D-Mac's a big patient guy, right? Always be patient, be patient. 7 days before the draft, they hire their head coach. And this is a guy that gives you two things, Terry. Immediately, player development. Long term, could be the guy that's taking you to multiple conference finals. Steve got his guy. He was waiting, obviously, for the Stanley Cup to finish. I think he had his eyes set on him the entire time. Terry, I think it's a great deal. I think it's a phenomenal decision. Another home run, in my opinion, based on potential, by Steve Yzerman. Got the number 8 overall pick this upcoming Thursday.
The key in this
excited.
is we always joke, half jokingly, about the Yzer plan. Who better knows what the Yzer plan is than Derek Lalonde? He's been in it.
Absolutely.
Nobody, people in Detroit have been in it maybe a couple years, but this guy has seen it work. He's been part of the process where it worked. Steve Yzerman is familiar with the guy. They don't have to go over terminology because they understand everything. So you probably forgot this conversation, but even yesterday I told you he would hire him this week.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did.
So, they want to get things together because they have a full week to compare notes. Lalonde can tell Yzerman what he wants in a player. Yzerman can tell Lalonde what he wants as a player, and then you mesh that together, and then you battle in the draft. So this is perfect for Steve Yzerman and the Wings because what is the ultimate goal? It's not like the Lions. We want to win games. Here, in this situation, is championship or bust.
For Steve Yzerman and this team, absolutely.
Right.
And they have pieces. You have your steward, on defense, Mo Sider. You have an up-and-coming goal scorer, not only in Jelka Vrana, who's actually proven, who only had a less goal per game average than Austin Matthews, who scored 60-plus goals last season. You have upcoming Lucas Raymond. You had Edvison coming up this year. You have more talent in the system. You have Sebastian Cossa, who will probably come up, not this season, although I would love to see him start 5-6 games down the stretch. That'd be nice. But if not, then the following season, you will see Sebastian Cossa play 12 to 18 games. And then the year after that, if obviously things are going well, he'll be your starting goalkeeper, just like they did with Vasilevsky out in Tampa Bay.
Yes, sir. And
look at how Tampa operated and just apply it to the Red Wings. I promise you that is 90% how it's going to work out.
And these two guys not only have a week to talk about the draft, but they have a week to talk about this roster. They have a week to talk about what's in Grand Rapids, what's in what they have stashed away in Europe. So and it'll be quicker because they know each other. It'll be quicker because they've been in the same organization before. It'll be quicker because Steve Yzerman and Lalonde were part of a Stanley Cup winning team. So I'm excited to see how this goes. Wasn't my guy, but I'm not an NHL exec. So
It's
We'll see what
Steve's guy,
happens.
and again, I get more comfortable by the day. Let's just call it what it is. Brad Holmes, Jameson Williams, Aiden Hutchinson, phenomenal maneuvering in the draft. Troy Weaver, same thing. Jaden Ivey, Jalen Duran. Trades Jeremy Grant and gets an abundance. He got more than what Jeremy Grant was even worth. Steve Eiserman, phenomenal draft selections. His first pick ever wins the Calder Trophy his first year. Impressive. Young talent. Shrewd, gets his head coach. And then, of course, there's the guy at Comerica Park we don't need to talk about right now, but you got you have three GMs. Three, not one, three, where I promise you, you ask around the league, and it'll be a consensus. God knows what he's doing. That they're on to something. I feel that way about the Lions.
Or
the
when
Pistons.
they call, you don't want to take their call.
No,
they're about
because
to
you're
fleece
afraid they're going to... Exactly.
Avila, you call like, oh, it's on a big board. Avila's calling. Let's pick this sucker up. What up, Al?
Every GM in baseball has a pager at all times that is dedicated to Avila's number. If it's 3 in the morning and they're having sex with their wives or their husbands, God knows. They're going to answer that goddamn call.
Yep.
Because they know they're getting a haul for basically nothing. Owen?
I said you had to get him started in this. He was going to go the entire day without mentioning Avila. I thought he could do it. I was keeping a tally in my mind. He hadn't reached it, but you had to
Never
do it.
happening.
Never
ever.
We need to take a quick break. When we get back, I have a serious question. Because when I brought it up the first time almost a month and a half ago, I was laughed at. And it was, oh, no, it's not even close. It's not... Bet.
Well, we laugh at you because you're a boob.
No, I'm an honest boob. I got to tell you about the Mulligan, the official drink of the summer. Brought to you by Gypsy Vodka, of course. Iced tea, lemonade, 8% alcohol mixed with Gypsy Vodka. It's a great drink. Whether you're on the golf course or you're hanging out with Terry in your backyard, it doesn't matter. Try the Mulligan today. Visit a local golf course near you or TotalWine.com.
Life is full of hard choices. We're here to make one of life's biggest decisions as simple as possible. My name is Christina Gennari, and for over 20 years, I've helped hundreds of families buy and sell homes. We cover all of Metro Detroit and more, from large luxury homes to starter homes. We will work hard to make sure that you get the home of your dreams. So if you're in the market today or even thinking about buying or selling in the future, make the obvious choice. Christina Gennari, the obvious choice in real estate. Visit us at soldchristina.com today.
Ciabattas, summer salads, and dip shakes. All at Big Boy. Try a chicken club, chicken cordon bleu, or sunrise ham and cheddar. All on our grilled ciabatta bread. Or keep it light with our Michigan apple, chicken Caesar, or Greek salad. And don't forget to cool off with a frosty hand-dipped cookies and cream or strawberry shake. You heard it here first. Summer just got better.
Make sure you download the Woodward Sports app in the App Store and the Google Play Store today. Take Woodward Sports with you wherever you go and listen live on your phone or mobile device.
Well, it's not very sunny out today, but don't worry, you can still get your tan on at Chili Peppers Tanning. That's where you find the cleanest salons in the D with spotless sanitized rooms and trained certified tanning professionals. Don't forget, of course, to join the Pepper Club for all the best deals on unlimited tanning. Chili Peppers has the hottest bulbs, the hottest deals, and the darkest tans.
Chili Peppers tan on Canada Day.
You're so creepy.
I know. Here we are, Morning Woodward Show. Owen, you brought up something. You know what? I couldn't go a show without doing. I brought this up a month and a half ago.
Okay.
All right. Is Avila as bad, if not worse, than Matt Millen?
Oh yes, we had a debate.
And the public perception was, no, absolutely not. Matt Millen is much worse, Adam. How dare you even compare anybody to that bum?
You know who said that? Me.
Not
I
only
said
you.
it.
Majority of social media that responded to the claim. And now, Terry, a month and a half later, I'm going to ask you again.
Okay.
I'm no longer asking if he's in Matt Millen territory. He is. Can we at least agree on that?
Yes, sir.
All right. Now here comes the fun question. Is he a worse GM than Matt Millen?
I still say no. I think Matt Millen was the worst GM in professional sports history.
Wow. What about the Brooklyn Nets GM? When he traded all his picks, that was pretty bad.
Matt Millen is the worst GM in Detroit sports history.
Okay.
He took over a team that was one play from making the playoffs and he didn't talk about rebuilding. He was talking about we're going to keep winning, and they went right down the crapper. He pissed off players. He made the organization worse, although I gotta admit, William Clay Ford Sr. gave him a contract extension because he said the front office was better organized, which is baloney. Once again, I got a phone call from one of his boys the day he was hired. The man was in tears. Matt Millen doesn't know what he's doing. Matt Millen can't learn on the job. Matt Millen's too stubborn. Matt Millen doesn't know what this job entails. And you guys are going to be up there killing this guy for the rest of his career. And that's exactly what we did. He got into a fight with Johnny Morton. Was it Johnny Morton? Yeah, he got into a fight with him. He was just a disaster. Lions were 0-16, 2-14. He hired Marty Mornhenwig. He had awful coaching decisions. At least Avila has hired someone competent as a manager.
So, I would agree. I won't say he's worse because Matt Millen's track record is pathetic. The worst winning percentage in NFL history for a GM. But Avila's right there, man. We're talking, you have the finish line, Millen crosses, and Avila's right behind him.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I mean,
but
this bum, this fat, no good, overweight, useless human to society.
Call him a bum one more time.
Can I have that?
I don't know if I can save you
I
anymore.
want it right now. Give me that.
What the fuck is that?
Oh my god. Yeah, you're on that.
Is that a romper?
I thought this was America.
It is America. We have the right to laugh at your ass.
Stick, bend down a little bit. You're too tall.
What the hell is going on? Fish, go back in the audio booth. What are you doing?
Now, what are those? Is
Fish.
that a romper or a Roomba? What do they call those things?
It's a romper. Here, I'm gonna go up there, man.
But it's not 4th of July yet.
Yeah, you may.
Alright, there.
Come on.
Fish,
You
quit
gonna
messing
wear
with
this
that.
on the air?
What are
Thanks,
you,
Fish.
What are you doing?
I have more important things to do.
Yeah, what are you doing here?
Is that
right now?
Avila?
Yeah, what are you doing?
Ooh.
Hi.
Hi.
What the hell are you wearing?
Sing or something? Like,
Yeah, what is this?
I'm
Perform.
Here, it's
Star
the
Spangled
national
Banner.
anthem, right?
Yeah, let's hear it.
No, I'm not butchering. I'm
Can I-
not disrespecting the national
Can I have
anthem
that
like
paper?
that. I take too much pride in our flag.
All right.
All right.
If you sing it, I'm kneeling.
Good to see you, baby.
Sorry about yesterday.
Oh yeah. It
Oh yeah,
happens.
your team lost.
I'm
Yeah.
coming to the
Thanks,
next
Fish.
game. I'll
Thanks,
be a good luck
Fish.
charm.
I just.
I'll be filling in on the bottom line today. So if you want some more patriotism, 2-4.
All right.
America.
Where?
Is that a hot dog on
Where-
there?
Yeah,
It's a hot dog.
Hot dog.
Where did you
Jesus
get that
Christ.
from?
All right, Maddie, can I see the
you may
paper
not.
already?
I'll give
Maddie,
it to you when I'm done.
hey, Maddie,
All that matters is what Alyssa says, and she loves it.
All right.
does he look sexy or silly?
Silly.
Okay.
Anyways.
You do realize 4th of July
I
is
was
on
just
Monday,
given
right?
This
dad.
handy dandy piece of paper. Thank you for fixing my camera. I'm still ugly, but whatever.
I did fix your camera.
So, Avila has gone missing. The main suspect we have here is
Adam
Adam
Beydoun.
Beydoun.
How can he go missing?
How can he go missing? You know how big he
Name.
is?
Adam Beydoun. Date of birth. Old looking. Vehicle.
Old looking.
Not available. Circumstances. Suspect has made multiple violent threats towards a missing individual. Suspect is known narcotics
tell the
user
Detroit Police Department
with
to kiss my
believed
ass.
violent temper. Suspect is believed to be armed and dangerous, but kind of a bitch.
Tell the Detroit Police Department to kiss my ass. Give me that thing. Unbelievable. What is this? This is a... Can you zoom in? This is a Detroit Police Department bolo Out for an individual, probably me. Yeah, it is me, actually. I'm in the
I was
goddamn
gonna
picture.
say, what do you mean, probably me?
Look, how is Avila missing? Like, you could drop him in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean. You could still see him 500 miles away. I mean, what are we doing here? Come on.
He's short.
Come on. Not okay.
So, do you want to confess to anything?
Yeah, I did it. And I don't take it back. I killed him. So what? What are you going to do?
You didn't kill
I
him.
did this whole goddamn city a favor. You're going to throw me in jail? Fuck all of you.
Nah, this is
I'm
going
not
to
going
shoot
down.
your ass.
You need to calm down.
I'm not going down. I just did all of you a favor. Put me in jail? Because
I'll
I got
go
rid
to
of
jail for
Avila
you.
for you? Psych?
It's fine with me.
Whatever. Jackass.
So,
Why are
college
you
football
folding
plans?
that?
Because I'm transitioning. We're going to go to break. And when we get back, we're going to talk about the weekend.
We'll go to break
4th of July
when
plans.
I say I want to go to break.
Shut the hell up, Maddie.
You
Tell
shut the
everybody
hell
at home about the sports marketing agency, please. Miss Attitude.
Not because you told me to, because I want to, because the work that SMA does is fabulous. The sports marketing agency helps spread awareness about mental health and substance abuse. Their new podcast, This is the F Word, helps spread awareness of fentanyl and other addictions. Go to thesportsma.com if you are struggling or know someone who is, and let them know that Woodward Sports sent you.
Hi, my diamonds. It's Crystal with an X. You want to get hot and perfect like me? Here's my super easy routine. Drink at least a gallon of water before you wake up. Attach a weight to everything in your house. Sell your car and just sprint everywhere. Scream when you exhale.
Don't follow Crystal with an X. Do your own thing at Planet Fitness with tons of equipment and free fitness training in our clean and spacious clubs. Join now for just $10 a month and cancel anytime.
3 NBA championships. Detroit fans were there. 11 Stanley Cups. Detroit fans were there. 4 World Series wins. Detroit fans were there. And that one Lions playoff win in 1991. Yeah, Detroit fans were there. Woodward Sports, where the fans are.
Adam may not be the nicest person in the world, but he does make for a great foaling partner. So head on over,
'Cause
grab your
uptime
favorite
matters.
partner, go to the Foaling Warehouse in Hamtramck. That's home of the original football bowling pin game called Foaling. They got 2 ways to play. $12 open unlimited play, or you can reserve a private lane for just $120. Don't forget, of course, they have a $2 mystery beer machine as well as multiple full bars. So check it out at thefoalingwarehouse.com.
All right.
And breaking news, in case you're tuning in late, Avila is missing, and Adham is the prime suspect.
You're welcome. And I'll confess to it. You think I give a damn? There's not a jury in this town that would convict me. I promise you. You could have DNA. You could have the weapon. You could have it all. They would let me walk off because the people of Detroit know what I did was for everybody. All right? Somebody has to do the dirty work around here. All right?
I'm glad it's you. So I want to be with my family for the holiday weekend.
What are you doing this weekend, actually?
It's tonight. I am watching fireworks with the wife.
Nice.
I don't know what to get. Usually we get like a little snack, so I'm thinking of getting a sub and splitting up.
A turkey sub.
Could be, but you know, with lots of lettuce and stuff, and then eating the sub.
Nah.
Obviously.
Those are some great plans.
I have no plans.
And
I don't
then
either.
You'd expect.
the boy and I might drive up to Traverse City on Sunday.
Ooh.
Nice.
We're going to visit Gypsy Vodka?
We could.
You should.
We visited. Well, he didn't go, but I visited another whiskey place before I knew about Gypsy Vodka. So give me the address and I'll pop in.
Hell yeah.
Pick up some mulligans.
I'm dropping off my wife at the airport on Sunday.
Oh, you're gonna be a bachelor.
Look how happy he is.
Yeah, he does look way too happy.
I'm not.
You are. It's fine. He's gonna be alone
Gone for 2 weeks.
13 days.
Gone for 2 weeks.
2 weeks. Oh,
2 weeks.
yikes.
Going overseas to see her family. So
Ah.
I'll be here at the office most of the time, and then
As
I'll
always.
be hanging out with Justin after.
Oh my gosh.
Oh man, I don't have any plans for 4th of July. I think my mom's doing a dinner. I don't know. I haven't even talked to my mom in like 5 days. I'm a piece of shit son, honestly. I'll admit it.
You could be
we also have to make a big decision We're either
Call
going to
my
have
mom.
ribs in Lake Orion or tacos in Royal Oak.
Ooh.
They both have festivals, and I'm trying
The
to figure out.
Taco Fest is in Royal Oak, yeah. You
Is
can come
that-
visit me at the bar.
Hold on, we got a phone call. Everyone quiet down.
I haven't talked to my mom in like 5 days.
The
I feel
Taco
bad.
Fest is going on in
Is she
Royal
up,
Oak.
by the way?
Yeah.
I'm bartending, so you can come.
Outdoors
come by.
or indoors?
Well, no, we opened the
She's not
doors to
answering.
the outside at the piano show, but
Leave a voicemail.
Yeah,
Okay,
leave a voicemail.
I'll pop in.
She's mad at me.
Who?
She's not
My
mad.
mom.
She's probably sleeping like
She
a
has a
normal human
job.
being.
No, she's not
She's a
sleeping. God
Leave a
damn it.
voicemail. What the hell?
I'm not leaving her a voice message. Anyways.
And I might see Maddie this weekend.
Oh.
Oh, wow.
Damn,
Yeah.
Maddie, where are you going?
I mean, I'm
Traverse
working.
City?
Yeah, her no.
I'm working.
She's
I'm
working. Me and the boy might pop in.
Hell yeah.
All I
You know
do
what?
is-
I am definitely showing up.
Are you?
100%.
You're
Me and
lying.
Justin.
Justin's told me that he was going to show up like
Yeah,
8
but Justin
times.
won't go unless I go. That's why.
That's fair.
Well, look. At the end of the day, I hope you all have a good weekend.
What do you mean? We still have another segment.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
I'm just
Oh.
telling you guys
I
for your
was
4th
like-
of July plans.
What about my plans?
Yeah,
What are you
don't-
doing?
You
You wanna
don't
hear
care
my
about
plans?
me and Owen.
Well, I'm going to ask Owen first if you just give me a goddamn second.
Okay, so
Flannel
my
is not going to be
plans.
happy with us.
I'm gonna go see Minions: Rise of Gru right after this 11:50 a.m. viewing.
Oh,
with my family.
today?
Yeah. Like we're talking a couple hours.
Aren't you working today?
No, it's Friday.
Oh, that's right.
I'm leaving after
Shoot,
this.
I was
See you
kind of hoping
guys.
you were going to stay. We kind of need you.
Uh-oh.
That's tough.
Too late now.
Go enjoy that movie. You taking a special someone with you?
And then no,
Can you
my,
come
my
back
family.
after the movie?
Minions: Rise of Gru. No.
Hell yeah.
No, I'm going with my family.
long is it?
And then
I'm
Sunday
sure
I'm
it's
going
90
to see
minutes.
a point.
Okay.
Kids
Have you ever
movie.
slept with someone in a movie theater?
Slept with someone?
Yeah.
His face.
I'm so
No.
to the point. Sorry. No?
It's Freaky Friday. You're
Have you ever
you're
gotten
on Freaky
a
Friday.
favor done in the movie theater? Me and you got to go off.
I have.
I'm gonna
not
teach you
gonna
the
answer
ways.
that
Owen's way
question.
too innocent to have done anything like that.
Fish, you ever get head at the
But
movie
also,
theater?
Also, he's way younger.
That is true.
They didn't go to the
But
movies
when I was
as much as
21,
we-
I was doing that exact thing.
But I feel like we used to go to the movies a lot more. I feel like kids don't go to the movies anymore.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't keep
Just
up.
watch it on
I
their
like going to the
laptop.
movies.
Fish, you a freak at the movie theater?
No. Do I know what a movie is? No. Have I gone to a movie theater in 10 years? Probably not.
What?
Wow.
Fine.
10 years.
I don't do movies. Movies don't do anything for me. Sports? Yeah, sports movies, they don't even do anything for me.
Oh.
It's just
Jesus.
not my
I heard
type.
you got to see Top Gun in the movie.
Yeah, no,
Is
it's
it just-
Top Gun
fantastic.
Maverick?
Yeah,
You're right.
definitely see
That
it.
would make sense.
All right, fair enough. Well, let's take a quick break. When we get back, mailbag time. Get all of your questions in the chat.
It's Freaky Friday.
It's Freaky Friday, so don't be afraid to ask whatever you want.
That's right.
It's
Especially
an open
Maddie.
forum, especially for Maddie.
for
But
asking
before we
about
go,
my
I got to
plans.
tell you where I get my haircut done. By the way, I got to fix my hair. It's falling all over my face today.
Oh, you
it's
got the
Freaky
Bernie
Friday.
Fife going today.
Whatever the hell that is.
You look cute today.
Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. Open 10 to 8, 7 days a week. Walk in
Cutie pie.
anytime. No appointment necessary. They're amazing stylists. Will take care of you like they take care of me, of course. For awesome precision haircuts, visit any Lady Jane's near you. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. It's
Oh.
wicked awesome.
Naked HD, just on time.
He's going deep, right side. Oh, that is Edwards out there. He goes up in the air at the goal line.
Hey, it's Brandon Edwards here, wanting to welcome the sports marketing agency to Woodward Sports Network, to the family. Glad to have you guys. For the last decade, the sports marketing agency has literally leveraged athletes around issues such as mental health and substance abuse.
Glad that we can finally start trying to get the stigma off of mental health that's been there for all these years.
You don't have to go to the beach, man. You don't have to get your butt crack full of sand. You just need a little chili peppers, man, to get that glowing beach chili peppers tan. Woo!
With 26 locations in the Metro Detroit area and more coming, Chili Peppers Tanning is where you'll find the cleanest salons in the D. Join the Pepper Club for the best deals on unlimited tanning. Head to chilipepperstanning.com.
You just need a little chili peppers, man.
We are the network for Detroit by Detroiters. Welcome to the Woodward Sports Network.
OddsTrader.com is the #1 site for all of your game day bets. Play-by-play updates, live scores, and the best price on every game from multiple sportsbook. Go to oddstrader.com right now for your best bet.
First question by Harrison. Why is Flannel Sam still working at Woodward Sports after his comment about Ben Wallace yesterday? Well, Harrison, I do want you to know we have disciplined him. We have given him a talk. If it happens again, he will be done. And there he is right now, working the double shift.
There he is.
As part of his punishment.
What did he say about Ben Wallace?
He said that Bobby Portis, Clinton Portis, Shia LaBeouf, and Antonio McDyess were better than Ben
Love you,
Wallace.
Flannel.
Does Flannel just
I think he's a
say
crackhead.
stupid stuff like
You know, I
once
wish
a month or twice a month?
I wish he was just talking out of his ass just to piss people off. Like, I would prefer that. He actually believes
No, yeah,
it.
he believes it. Like, he's true.
It drives me nuts.
It's genuine.
Can't even
Yeah.
have a conversation with this kid. I was ready to kill him yesterday. He's going to be working at Chuck E. Cheese if he keeps this up.
So how many championships has Portis led a team to?
Led? 0. Been a part of?
Yeah,
1. All right, mailbag. Winner. Whoop, we're not going to read that one. Has anyone connected with Blashill on LinkedIn? Why? Why would anybody do that? Does adding USC increase the chance that the Big Ten could add Notre Dame in the future? That's
Possibly.
a good question. And Notre Dame need to. We talk about another program that needs to get with the times. Notre Dame.
It's going to be one of the ones to watch for sure. Nobody
Notre
really
Dame's
knows,
a big
honestly.
one. Oregon, Baylor, Oklahoma State even.
Yeah, I was going to say that one.
I mean,
Yeah.
there are teams. Just watch out. It's going to turn into 2 super conferences, each on a side of a bracket, 8 teams on each side, and that's your playoff.
For college basketball, you got Kansas as well.
I think. Yeah, well, I'm not worried about college basketball. I think this really just affects football.
Yeah.
I think the rest you can figure out.
But you know what Notre Dame can do? We've been clamoring for Notre Dame to join the Big Ten for more than 20 years, and they refuse to do it. Notre Dame could just say, the hell what you got. We'll go to the ACC if the ACC can create a super conference. You know, I just think Notre Dame is that fat, ugly sister that sits in your backyard and gives you the finger every few years.
Hey, man, as long as she's not fingering me, I'm good. I'll take a middle finger. Oh, God. What if it's 3 power conferences? I don't like that. I don't think that works. Logistically. Look at the college football playoff. Because, again, I said this earlier. I believe the college football playoff committee will become what oversees all of this. This super conference, it will be led by the college football playoff committee. And there will be a deputy commissioner, whatever you want to call him. And it'll be 2 conferences. 8 teams will make it from the one conference, 8 on the other. And it'll be a 16-team playoff. And that's your new college football format. And nobody will give a rip about Boise State, Kansas State, Duke. Nobody gives a rip. And you know why? Because it's about money. And again, the sooner you admit that it's about money, and the sooner you accept that this is no longer collegiate sports, we're doing it for the kids, we care about the kids' education. As soon as you get over that, and you just stop saying it is, because it's not.
I'm over it. You know what? You know what's gotten blown into the water?
What's
a
that?
question I was going to ask you. Before this happened, I wanted to know, was it possible for like a secondary football program like Central Michigan or Western Michigan to have
Fire up chips.
to be able to buy a football championship, where some billionaire comes in and says, I'm going to pay your players, I'm going to buy you a new stadium, new facilities, new everything, and just put hundreds and hundreds of millions of dollars into a program. Would they be able to buy a national champion? Now that's done. My little fantasy thing is done now.
I think Texas A&M are doing that, but they're more of a respectable program. But I don't think that could ever happen. Brand matters. You have to build a brand first. Owen?
I think it would be 12 teams. I guess I could see 16 too, but to your point, with the super conferences, with 12, you have 6 and 6. The top 2 seeds in each conference will get a bye, and then you have home games for the playoff as well. The championship is at a neutral site that incentivizes teams to play hard to try to get those 2 top seeds. And I think it'd be a really interesting thing to see, like a college football playoff game in East Lansing, Ann Arbor, at the Shoe. I think it'd be fantastic for the sport.
I agree. And bye-bye Big Ten championship games.
Right,
That's
exactly.
done. But it's okay. It's okay. We've always changed We went from 14 to 16 games in the NFL, then 17. Change is necessary.
Why did you get
life.
rid of the Big Ten championship game?
How or why?
Why?
I don't believe it'll be necessary anymore.
It's pointless at that point.
It's pointless. You're having 8 teams qualify in a conference. The champion doesn't matter anymore. Now it's about record and who gets that maybe bye week that Owen is referring to.
Right.
I think the championship game is no longer a thing. So I'm for it. I actually don't mind it. I think it's great. Having said that, don't sit there and lie to my face and tell me that this is about the student athletes. Do me a favor, shut the hell up, implement financial literacy courses, make special cases. I don't care what you need to do for these kids to get them prepared.
That's what State's doing.
Because the average career length in the NFL for all these players is 2.5 to 3 years. And by the way, less than 50% of the people that are drafted even make it to the league and play longer than that. So do me a favor. Not all of you are going to be NFL players. Welcome to life. Please, all these universities, everything you're doing, go for it. Just don't forget about the education aspect. Because it is important. Because a lot of these kids who are going to receive the NIL money need to understand this may be the only big money they get. They may not make it to the NFL, or they may not play in the NFL for a long period of time. So having said that, how about we prepare these kids for life as well? Then talk to me about kids. But do me a favor. You're not doing it for them. So start acting instead of talking about it.
Does college football become the G League now?
It already has been. For the longest time, it's just more financially lucrative. It's. Go ahead.
I have a new question.
Yes.
Moving on. This question was directed at me, but I want to ask it to you.
Oh God.
Who would you pick to be your sugar daddy?
Oh God.
In life?
Troy Weaver, Brett Holmes, or Al Avila?
Al.
If we're talking sugar daddy, all right, do I have to sleep with them to get the money or no?
No.
Oh, then Al Avila,
No,
because I can hoodwink him.
You got to sleep
No.
with him.
No. She said no. She said no.
Hell no.
No, she said no.
You don't get to decide. If you got a sugar daddy, you got to sleep with him.
That's not true.
A guy's not going to give
I'm
you
picking Al
money.
Avila. He can't even lift up his stomach
without any humpty dumpty.
Al Avila can't even lift up his stomach. He's not pegging shit. I'm going with Al Avila. He's not getting anywhere near me. I'm taking the money, and he can't do shit. Can't even get it up.
You
Get
do
out
not
of here.
need to have sex to have a sugar daddy. I promise.
I'll shave my legs and send him pictures. Or I'll have Maddie send me pictures and I'll send it
Girls
to
are
him.
farting in jars for $5,000, Terry. You don't need to sleep with a guy.
Farting in jars?
It's a long story, Terry. We have this whole game plan for her OnlyFans account. Don't worry.
You mean if you fart in the jar, somebody will give you a couple grand?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those things are up on the rise.
You can
I don't
sell
know
your
why.
underwear.
I have no idea.
I don't know. No one knows.
All right, now, I'm not a scientist, but I have a question.
People are
If you
nerds.
fart in the jar and close it real quick and then open it up in an hour, does the fart smell come out?
I have no clue. Never farted in a jar.
Just try it. Let's try it.
I have
Adam
never
farted in a jar.
All right, we are. I need a gavel. All right, we're starting the auction here for Maddie's farts in a jar. Starting at $100. $100. Going once, going twice, sold to Jeff Iafredi. Everybody have a fantastic weekend. Thank you for joining us this
you fart
morning.
in the jar, will you put a little pink ribbon around the...
I've never farted in a jar.
Hey, whoa. We have a buyer. We're going to find out. We have a buyer. Jeff paid $100 for it. You all have a great
no
weekend.
show Monday.
Enjoy your 4th of July weekend. We'll see you Tuesday. Monday, we're having a best of show, so all the best moments that we've had over the last few weeks will be airing on Monday for all the shows. Enjoy the holiday weekend. God bless, and as always, boom. Star J.